A 7-judge bench will be delivering that verdict on whether they will be upholding the ruling, or rather the win of Deputy President William Ruto, who is now the president-elect, or they will be nullifying this election and actually giving Raila Odinga, what he asked for as part of the 9 issues that he wanted the court to address. This is Lookup Weekend. My name is Brian Amwai. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Josephine Oko. But first, the highlights tonight.
The news headlines in association with
Honorable Jellicoe Aliniambia. She has been rescued and taken to hospital.
Tonight on Lookup Weekend, rescued from the lion's jaw. Kenyan student identified as Diana Chepkemoi has finally been rescued from Saudi Arabia after a public outcry.
Tutaheshimu uamuzi wa mahakama ya upeo.
Also tonight, President-elect William Ruto says he will comply with the Supreme Court verdict as he promises President Uhuru Kenyatta that he will protect his well-being out of office. Catholic bishops urge Raila and Ruto to obey the outcome of the Supreme Court tomorrow.
Obvious Ruto atakuwa hiyo kesi yake itakuwa havelt. Sio mara ya kwanza.
Chenye wataamua ndicho tutafuata.
Mwenye alishinda apewe certificate.
And Kenyans express their expectations ahead of the Supreme Court ruling as police assures that security has been beefed up countrywide.
Yippee! Kamata floating at 349k. Oh yes, for only 349,000 Kenyan shillings, you become a plot owner at the Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki. The Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki is located along the Nanyuki-Rumuruti Road, only 11 minutes from the Cedar Mall and right opposite Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate. This is the best place to establish the getaway home that you have always dreamt about. For every 349,000 that you deposit or pay as installment towards any of Optiven's plot of land, you get 10k cash back instantly. Jaza basi twende Nanyuki. Bigger is indeed better.
Alright, now just a reminder that you can be part of this bulletin by engaging us on our socials. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter. At Lookup TV, the hashtag is Lookup Weekend. We are also live on Facebook. You can send us your feedback there, and we'll be able to sample some of your feedback at the end of this broadcast tonight. Now we start with some sad news. A few days after the family of Diana Chepkemoi cried for help from the government in rescuing their daughter from Saudi Arabia, with Kenyans through various social media platforms pressuring the government to act swiftly. Chepkemoi has been rescued and is undergoing treatment as she awaits to be flown back to reunite with her family in Bomet County. Ian Keitani exclusively spoke to Diana's mother, and here is that report.
After her photos circulated on social media platforms, causing uproar among Kenyans who demanded for the immediate action of the government, Diana Chepkemoi has finally been rescued from her employers in Saudi Arabia and waiting to be flown into the country to be reunited with her family in Kimulot, Bomet County.
About 2 weeks ago, for the reason that her bone was processed by her employer, the communication was cut off, but she has been communicating with her sister through online.
Diana, a student at Mary University, decided to fly to Saudi Arabia in search of greener pastures to help her family and raise enough money to help her continue with her studies. In an exclusive phone call interview with Lookup TV, Diana's mother, Clara Cherotich, narrated how they tried to secure the release of their daughter through the agent who helped her secure the job in Saudi Arabia, but their pleas fell on deaf ears.
Tulimtafuta mpaka juzi akapatikana through a certain lawyer.
Akasemaje?
Akajaribu kumpikia mwajiri wake. Kuongea na yeye, lakini alikuwa anaongea rudely.
It is after the plight of Diana Chepkemoi trended on social media platforms. Clara received a call from Bomet Governor Professor Hilary Bachok and the Cabinet Secretary for Labour Simon Chelugui, assuring her that the government officials at the Kenyan Embassy in Saudi Arabia were working on bringing her daughter back home.
Honorable Chelugui aliniambia she has been rescued and taken to hospital. Hali yake iko nzuri ingawa in abuse weight. Sasa akaniambia aliongea na yeye, I think through the embassy team. But wanapanga maana I think documents was being processed just by the started lawyer. So I think they are going on processing her case.
Clara noted that after her daughter was secured, Labour Cabinet Secretary Simon Chelugui assured her that her daughter was in good health but had lost some weight in the process. Ian Keitani, Lookup TV.
Our President-elect William Ruto on Sunday attended a Thanksgiving prayer service at Lar Mudiak High School in Njoro, Nakuru County, accompanied by his deputy Rigathi Gachagua and a host of other leaders. Ruto thanked Nakuru residents for supporting them in the August 9th general elections and expressed faith that his win will be upheld tomorrow by the Supreme Court, as our reporter Sami Adika now files.
Barely hours before the Supreme Court septet led by CJ Martha Koome delivers a landmark ruling on the case challenging William Ruto's victory. Ruto, who was enthroned with the certificate as president-elect by the IEBC, led the Kenya Kwanza outfit for Thanksgiving service in Nakuru County. Speaking to the residents of Njoro, Ruto has reiterated that he will respect the decision of the Supreme Court, while assuring President Kenyatta that his government will accord him the honor of a retired president when he officially exits the State House.
We will respect the decision of the judiciary because we are a country based on the rule of law and respect for all the institutions. That is the only way we will remain democratic. That's the only way we will remain a constitutional country, and that is the only way the citizens of the Republic of Kenya will be equal.
While promising to revamp the country's economy once he is sworn into office, Ruto has praised Kenyans for upholding peace despite the existing political indifferences.
You have refused to be drawn into hate and tribalism. You have stood firm and lived together. And we have come here to celebrate you and to thank you and to tell you we will not let you down. We will work for you as those of us who have been elected.
Deputy President-elect Rigathi Gachagua on his side has blamed Raila Odinga for delaying their inauguration over the protracted Supreme Court case.
Nyinyi polisi yenda pole pole. Hamwezi kwanza kuhesabu kutoka tariki 9. Mtahesabu tukiapishwa. Si ndio? Kwa sababu nyinyi polisi mtu amechelewesha nyinyi ni hii process ya makesi. Kama hangekuwa na makesi tungekuwa tumeapishwa tungeanza nini? Lakini sasa ameleta makesi.
While defending Ruto's win, ANC party leader Musalia Mudavadi has slammed their political opponents for intimidations, noting that all will end tomorrow after the Supreme Court's verdict on the case challenging their win.
The decision tomorrow will be bringing an end to those people who have been misusing their positions of authority to direct important instruments of this nation towards the road of impunity.
Nakuru Governor Susan Kihika, on her part, has assured Nakuru residents that the county government will heavily invest in important economic sectors in collaboration with the national government.
On Friday night, walilala kwa barabara. One of those was my friend Mheshimiwa Gekaria wa Nakuru Townist. Mwingine ni Mheshimiwa Gashofe. On Friday walitoka Nairobi. That journey from Nairobi kupitia Nakuru took over 10 hours. Kwa hivyo we are praying and we are hopeful that once you are sworn in, Your Excellency, let us expedite the dual carriage from Rironi to Mau Summit. Hiyo ndio itasaidia Nakuru County.
While assuring Kenyans that the Supreme Court will unanimously confirm Ruto won the August 9th general elections fairly, the leaders who accompanied Ruto have also condemned the Raila-led team for engaging in divisive politics.
Tugoje maneno ya mahakama kesho, lakini tuache maneno ya uchochezi kwa Wakenya, because Kenyans have already moved on. Kenyans are going about their business kwa sababu tumemaliza maneno ya uchaguzi.
Sami Adika, Lookup TV.
Now, as the country awaits the much anticipated determination of the presidential election petition, the National Police Service has assured Kenyans of maximum security as they appealed to members of the public to remain calm and peaceful. Acting Inspector General of Police Nur Gabo said the National Police Service has taken steps to heighten security across the country. Police have assured Kenyans of security on Monday when the Supreme Court will be delivering judgment on the presidential petition. The police service has appealed for calm and advised against migration of people from their usual places of residence in fear of anticipated chaos. In a statement, Acting Inspector General of Police Nur Gabo said the National Police Service has taken necessary steps and measures to enhance security in all parts of the country, including all critical infrastructure, and urged Kenyans to remain calm and follow court proceedings from their homes. According to the statement, access to the Supreme Court shall be limited to the public and all roads leading to the court premises shall remain closed. Traffic police officers shall be deployed adequately to direct traffic around the court facility. The statement read in part. Some of the roads that will be closed include Ngong Road, which will be closed at the junction of Ngong Road First Avenue opposite NHIF. Motorists will not be allowed to access CBD through Kenyatta Avenue via Cathedral Road, but instead are advised to use Haile Selassie Avenue. Cathedral Road, Milimani Ngong Road, which accesses Milimani Locots, will be closed at Kenyatta Avenue. Only vehicles heading to the court will be allowed. All other motorists are advised to use Valley Road. Cathedral Road and Haile Selassie Avenue Junction will also be closed and motorists are advised to use the alternative route of Haile Selassie and Ngong Road. The police boss appealed to Kenyans to remain vigilant during the court process and report any suspicious activities within their areas to security authorities. He said, and I quote, information may be shared in confidence to any police officer at a police station or through the toll-free numbers 911, 112, 999 or Fichua Kwadisi via 0800 722 203. The statement comes just days after the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi announced it had imposed movement restrictions on Americans in Kisumu ahead of the Supreme Court ruling. Part of the advisory read, election-related demonstrations and rallies regularly take place after elections, at times blocking key intersections and causing traffic jams. End of quote. The embassy warned that the protest could turn violent at times, necessitating police intervention, and urged its citizens to remain vigilant as Now, the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops has urged the Azimio flag bearer Raila Odinga and President-elect William Ruto to respect the verdict of the Supreme Court tomorrow. Led by the Bishop Martin Kivuva, the Catholic Church leaders are hopeful that the judges will give a just verdict tomorrow. Nandalana Mudeu now reports.
With the Supreme Court separate ruling expected on Monday, the Azimio Supremo Raila Odinga and President-elect William Ruto have been encouraged by the men of the cloth to embrace the decision by the Apex Court, challenging the presidential results. Speaking in Mombasa County, Bishop Kivuva urged Kenyan citizens to maintain peace and avoid being used as tools of violence following the announcement of the verdict.
We are dutifully to follow the decision of these courts, and especially when it costs so much to bring this country together and the work done by our predecessors.
Meanwhile, Kilifi Governor Gideon Mung'aro has asked people of Kilifi and Kenyans at large to remain calm as the Supreme Court is expected to give its ruling on the presidential petition on Monday. Addressing congregation when he attended a church service at the Pangani Methodist Church in Ribe, Rabai Sub-County, Governor Mung'aro said it was clear there is anxiety all over the country, but expressed optimism that whatever the outcome, Kenya will remain a united country.
Wachungaji na waumini kwamba tuombee taifa hili, kwamba lolote litakaloamuliwa na mahakama kesho, kwamba sisi kama Wakenya tutashikana na tusonge mbele bila kumwaga damu, bila kuwa na vurugu, kwa sababu sisi wenyewe katika katiba yetu tuliweka koti ya upeo iwe ndiye muamuzi wakati kuna malumbano katika kura hasa ya urais.
Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baraza also shared his sentiments.
Sisi kama viongozi ningependa kuomba tuwe na subira na uamuzi wote ambao utatoka hapo kesho kwa mahakama ya juu. Sisi kama viongozi wa Azimio tuko tayari kukubali uamuzi wa mahakama ya juu.
In Kisii County, NEMA Director Samuel Nyangeso asked Kenyans to maintain peace now and after tomorrow's announcement of the Supreme Court ruling on the presidential results petition, warning against the economic disruption due to violence.
Kuombea nchi yetu ya Kenya tuwe na amani. Haijalishi nani ataweza kuchukua kiti hicho, bali tuweze kuwa na amani. Hiyo ndio kitu cha maana sana. Kwa sababu bila amani hatutaingia shuleni watoto wetu. Bila amani hatutakuja kama leo tumeabudu tukiwa na huru huo. Hatutaenda shambani mwetu, viwanda vitafunguliwa, na wale wenye pesa na wale wenye uwezo watatoroka na wataacha mwananchi wa kawaida akiingia katika maafa mabaya. Kwa hivyo ni heri sisi tuombee nchi yetu.
Mudeunda Lana, Lookup TV.
All right, now as the clock ticks, it is now a matter of time for the Supreme Court. Let me just take that again. As the clock ticks, it is now a matter of time for the Supreme Court 7-judge bench to release their decision on Monday 5th, which comes after a completion of the judicial court process on Friday last week. Now we sought Kenyans' opinion on their expectations regarding the court's ruling tomorrow. Here is what they had to say.
Last week, all eyes and focus were in the Supreme Court, with great minds trying their level best to defend their parties. On Your Opinion Matters, we asked Kenyans what is the expectation on the Monday decision from the Supreme Court. My name is Moses Okech. This is Your Opinion Matters.
Whoever is the winner, we're all still Kenyans at the end of the day, and there's no point in us fighting over someone who will make a difference in our lives, yes, but we won't get to meet at one point.
Nonelea tu kesho tutaambiwa turudi tupange line tena kama mwezi wa 9 tu.
Mimi natarajia uamuzi wa koti utakuwa wa haki. Kwa hivyo chenye wataamua ndicho tutafuata.
Kesho tunatarajia kwamba haki itatendeka. Na najua mahakama ya upeo iko hapa kutusaidia kufanya haki.
Obvious Ruto atakuwa hiyo kesi yake itakuwa havelt. Sio mara ya kwanza. Tumekuwa na kesi kutoka 2007, 2013, 2017 na inakuwa tu hivyo.
Mimi natarajia amani kwa Wakenya kwa sababu tunatarajia amani, watoto wako shule, tunataka amani, uamuzi ikitoka tutafuatilia hiyo na tukue na amani hii Kenya yetu.
Ninaona hakuna haja sisi wa Kenya tupigane juu watu wamepiga kura, hapana. Sisi ile uamuzi koti itatoa, basi ni hivyo, sisi hatuna.
Koti ituamulie vile imeona kwamba uchaguzi ilifanyika. Si vile mwananchi ama mwenye alichaguliwa ama mwenye kutaka kuchaguliwa anataka.
Mimi natarajia justice fanyiwa wa Kenya. Tunatarajia the right mwenye alishinda apewe certificate.
Wakenya sisi wote tukae kwa amani.
Tuwe na amani, tudumishe amani mahali tunakaa.
Wakenya, mimi sina jambo tu amani.
Despite matokeo ambayo itatolewa, amani idumu.
Kwa Wakenya mimi nawaambia wakae na amani, wangoje uamuzi wa koti.
Wakenya waweke amani, Kenya iendelee vizuri.
My advice to Kenyans after the results already announced is just remain peaceful, honestly.
Those are some of the opinions that Kenyans had to offer in regards to the Monday expectation in the judicial decision. My name is Moses Okech. This is Your Opinion Matters.
All right, now thank you so much, Moses Okech, for that report, just taking us through what Kenyans are expecting ahead of the ruling tomorrow by the 7-judge bench of the Supreme Court, whereby they'll be giving their verdict in regards to the petition that was filed by the Azimio flag bearer Raila Odinga, seeking to have the election, or rather the election of that declared President-elect William Ruto as President-elect actually gets to be nullified. We also ask you here tonight, what are some of your expectations? What do you expect? Are you looking forward to a nullification, or they will uphold that particular election? Right? Send us your feedback on our socials. At Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookup TV. The hashtag is Lookup Weekend. We are also live on Facebook. You can send us your feedback there, and we'll be able to sample some of your feedback at the end of this program tonight. Now, we take a short break here. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go too far, because we are coming back with quite a number of stories and also Matter Sports. All right, now thank you so much for staying with us here. I just want to read one prayer here that is in regards to what is happening right now at Old Trafford. You've seen, this is Ellis, says, Dear God, you've seen how we've been suffering for the last 9 years. Don't allow Arsenal to beat us at Old Trafford today. Amen. I guess now those prayers might have been answered. Probably they were channeled to the right direction. All right. Now let's continue the bulletin tonight. The Azimio One Kenya coalition has fronted the former National Assembly Speaker Kenneth Marende to participate in the quest for the Speaker of the National Assembly. Marende will face off with the Senator of Bungoma County, Moses Wetangula, who has since been fronted by the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Shadrack Kareria now reports.
As the elected members of parliament expected to hold their first sitting next week, they are set to elect a Speaker of the House, a contest that has drawn attention from Kenya Kwanza and Azimio coalition. The Azimio outfit has since fronted the former Speaker Kenneth Marende to battle it out against Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula in the Speaker race.
Mr. Speaker.
In the agreed lineup, Wiper Party will produce the candidates for the Deputy Speaker. Elsewhere, a member of MCAs in Nairobi County have asked the Azimio coalition to front Jubilee candidate in the race for Nairobi County Assembly Speaker.
Therefore, I am calling for the Azimio La Umoja coalition that they must understand the need for Nairobi to be under Jubilee Party. And the person that we trust, the only person we trust to steer Nairobi to prosperity as the Speaker, it is John Kamango.
The MCAs have lamented that the alliance have abandoned the Jubilee Party, despite them fighting for the coalition's popularity countrywide.
In Nairobi County, after doing a lot of campaigns, ensuring that we have secured the presidential seat, the Senate seat, the women rep, and a majority of Azimio MCAs in Nairobi County, Jubilee Party took the front line in the battlefield. The casualties of this election, if a book was to be written, it was because of the soldiers of Jubilee Party who gave their all, yet neglected.
I really believe that once the parties have sat down and agreed, I'll get that position. I'll be able to stand firm for the benefit of Azimio team.
Shadrack Kareria, Lookup TV.
All right, education stakeholders in Nyeri County are now calling on the government to do all it takes to make sure the competency-based curriculum does not fail. Now, speaking at the Kamburaini Primary School in Nyeri during the handover of 120 desks, the stakeholders called on the government to invest in the CBC.
Not just for the sake of educating them, but to educate them to get jobs. And that's why you see companies like Semiconductor Technologies Limited are encouraging our children to study programs which have demand for work, so that we are not training for hope. We are training to place our children into jobs that already exist within the global configuration of our world today. So we encourage the government just to continue investing.
We derive our intellectual property from our community. So the digital lab was donated by STL, Vital, Langata, and also the county government. And our objective is to make sure that we put a level playing field for our kids through digital learning, content creation, and through partnership with the county and national government, so that we can make sure that even the kids in the rural areas can get a chance to excel.
Flight through the streets of Central Park in New York.
All right, now let's get sporty tonight. The League of Extraordinary Ladies and Gentlemen LXLG is a football academy based in Nairobi that was started to help young players to revive their hope in football after finishing high school. Now the academy scouts for under-16 players for training, then connects them to European countries for further training in boosting their professional sector in the sport, with notable names from the academy playing in Spain, Turkey, and Porto in Portugal. Madon Kageni brings us a story of hope in the making of football stars.
My name is Julio Odhiambo. I'm one of the directors, LXLG Sports Academy. Yeah.
No maana unakuita the boss. Najua nilipofika tu niliambiwa ule ndo boss.
The League of Extraordinary Ladies and Gentlemen, also abbreviated as LXLG, is a football academy that was found to better young players from under 16 in making their dreams a reality. But just how did the idea of LXLG come to be?
It's an idea that myself and my colleagues had in high school. Yeah, the high school I went to had so much bullying, so we decided to come up with a program where we can actually talk to my fellow students.
That's where Julio Odhiambo and Ray Omondi, a coach at LXLG and also a former AFC Leopards player, linked.
LG is an academy that started out of friendship. Now our plan was to try and scout the best players in Kenya. Actually, tulikuwa nafanya tournaments.
For Julio Odhiambo, the idea came about after going through the frustrations of the reality on the ground as a young talented footballer after high school. Things were different, very different, with lack of support as one of the key challenges young players